Oh, and it bounced nicely towards Dickens, and now towards Cottee. And West Ham go into the lead. What a run this is. Surely he's not going to finish that off. A brilliant goal! A brilliant goal by Cottee. Well, he finished it off.
Cottee's partnership with Frank McAvennie would add the finishing touch to Lyle's team of 86.
At the time, we felt that we just had to add an extra boost to our scoring power. We had Tony Cottee and Paul Goddard, of course, but they tended to be smaller type players, and we felt if we could get Frank working with them and in amongst them, that he would offer us another option in our attacking play. And really, it was coincidence, really, or misfortune to Paul Goddard that he ended up getting injured, and Frank immediately went into the front striking role, and from then on never really looked back.
Lyle's inspired signing of Frank McAvennie for £340,000 was a stroke of genius. His partnership with Cottee was quite simply unforgettable.
McAvennie had stayed onside. The flag was down. He has Cottee up in support here. Is this three? It is! Well, the partnership has stuck again.
Tony was one of the best finishers, probably the best finisher I've played with.
Have you always been a West Ham supporter?
Yeah, I was born in West Ham, so ever since I can remember I've been a West Ham supporter.
We were a very good side at that time, and we always felt that we could score goals. That was the one thing. I think if anyone scored one against us, we always felt we could go out and score two.
On a marauding run here. Cottee! It's two! Laid on by Paris and finished in style by Cottee. A marvellous break then from defence into attack.
Well, there's Martin's through ball, and it's McAvennie. It's held up. He's round Coton. McAvennie. That's 2-0, and that's 3 points for West Ham. McAvennie, that's his 26th goal of the season. He and Cottee have now scored 49 for West Ham. Martin, just one look up, he saw where McAvennie was. A wonderful ball. McAvennie had the acceleration, took it past Coton, and finished beautifully.
McAvennie top scoring in 85-86 with 2 goals more than Cottee in that incredible 54-goal tally. But the roles reversed the following season, and the Super Scot saw it coming.
Don't tell no one, but I've got a bet on it. Tony will finish top goal scorer this year. So
You've got a bet on him? You had odds?
Yeah, I've had good odds. So.
I thought he was joking. I honestly didn't think he was serious. He said he had odds of 12-1 or something like that. So I don't know how much he put on me. Yeah. But, you know, I didn't know anything about it, but he's obviously confident I'm going to be top scorer or something, I suppose.
Well, that ought to be good for you because you've got to be providing them all.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully he'll run through with a keeper to beat and not get square for me to put him in, so might work in my favour.
It certainly did. Tony Cottee went on to complete a personal tally of 54 goals over 2 seasons. But the highlight will always be that remarkable 85-86 campaign and that special partnership with McAvennie.
Here's Ward. Flicks this one forward. Oh, that's a miscue from Humphrey. Here's McAvennie and Cottee. Tony Cottee has found the net with barely 2 minutes to go. McAvennie got it over the keeper, and Cottee made sure. It's his 13th of the season, and it may just be unlucky for Charlton.
Within 2 seasons, the 2 biggest stars of 86 both left Upton Park, but both were destined to return. McAvennie, who left the Hammers to join Celtic in 1987, was re-signed by Lyle a few weeks before he stepped down as manager.
The fans gave you a marvellous reception, didn't they, when you came back?
It put me off the game a bit. I'll tell you, every hair in my body stood up when I ran out there. I've never felt anything like that in my life. I scored 2 goals in the cup final up at Celtic. The whole place, there was nearly 100,000 there. They were all cheering and everything. Great occasion, but it didn't do nothing to me the way that the reception I got when I came out of Upton Park.
McAvennie stayed 2 more years before signing off in spectacular fashion when he came off the bench to score a hat-trick in his final match against Nottingham Forest in May 1992.
For Mike Small, that's unselfish. McAvennie's second. Glasgow. That's a good throw to the West Ham captain, Dix. It's a long ball, and he's found McAvennie again. Is his hat-trick? What a brilliant move from West Ham. The throw out from Miklosko, Dix collected, through to McAvennie. That's the hat-trick, and his last game for West Ham ends with a firecracker.
Cottee's return came 2 years later, in a season that took him past the 100-goal mark for the Hammers. Cottee eventually signed off at Upton Park in September 1997.
Bishop, that was a lovely ball through to Cottee, onto his left. It's a great goal, and it's 3! The hat-trick had to come. Bishop found him with a precision pass. A lovely finish with the left foot.
But it's out for Rush and Cottee. He's found a yard here as Tony Cottee, and he's found the net as well. That's a wonderful finish. The hallmark of a great striker, that Tony Cottee. Once he got onto Rush's pass, you always fancied him to score, and score he did.
I'm sure every goal is special, but any that stand out?
Yeah, there was a goal back in 1987 I scored against Notts Forest. It was an overhead kick, and you don't get too many overhead kicks, so that's definitely the best goal I've scored for West Ham. But I think for my favourite goal, it's probably got to be the goal on my debut against Tottenham when I was only 17, and that was a wonderful day for me.
And Cottee! 17 years old, and he scores his first goal in his first game for West Ham.